Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for liking, for subscribing, and for being here. It really helps the channel grow, and I am so grateful for all of you. You have no idea. Originally, I was doing a pick a card reading. I had my oracle cards set out, and I had my crystals, and it was all done. And Spirit said no. So, I seem to listen to Spirit because they kind of know what they're talking about more than I do. They wanted me to do a 3-part series instead on your spiritual growth, your spiritual path, your enlightenment, what you're doing. So they're all timeless readings. Whenever you watch them is the right time for you. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just pull some cards and then we'll look at the oracle cards. It was really interesting in the last one how in alignment the oracle cards were with the reading. So I'm pulling a Rumi card, which Rumi is a famous poet from the 12th century from Persia. And I'm also pulling just deities, which are gods and goddesses from the Hindu faith. Because they seem to be really potent with me lately. And I don't know much about the Hindu faith, to be honest with you, but I recently did a reading for India, and for some reason, some of it was channeled, but the knowledge of them was so powerful that I don't know how I knew it. So I was told to pull from them again. So I felt like they were important. And the other two lined up so perfectly with the reading. It was really kind of beautiful. And beautiful how different faiths can align and different meanings can really align. Because I see the beauty in all the faiths and religions personally. I think they're all intertwined. So let's see what Spirit has to say about the path that you are on. We'll go over your oracle cards first. The first card is the Human Gift. This is Rumi's oracle card. And it actually reduces to an 8, which is the year we're in, 2024. Adds up to an 8, which is perfect balance between spirituality and materialistic world. So this card's really interesting. This oracle card talks about somebody. I want to make sure I have it right. Yes. So this is about somebody who is soon going to be waking up with great wisdom or insight. Have kind of like an awakening, if you will. And you can see this person struggling. And you can see like an angel from Source is coming down, or a guide or spirit, whatever resonates with you. I just call it Source because I think it's easier for it to be all-encompassing. And that's exactly what it's talking about. Because you can, Rumi talks about how you can chalk up the situation to being just coincidence, your imagination. It's not what you really think. Like, you could actually see a guide, see an ancestor, see an angel, have some kind of really spiritual experience, see a spirit animal even, but you'll dismiss it. You'll be like, oh no, that's just my imagination. There's no way that's true. There's no way that's possible. You could really start to see signs and synchronicities and how the universe is really talking to you and Source is really talking to you. And you'd be like, no, that's in my head. That's not true. No, it's true. It's really how the universe can communicate with you. You could have manifested something and it literally showed up in 30 seconds, 2 weeks. It could have been a massive manifestation. And you're like, how did that show up in 2 weeks? That's not possible. Like, I thought you had to manifest for like ever for something to happen. Plus, you might even be like, I didn't even think manifestations really worked. And it's like right here, this massive gift for you that you didn't even think was possible. So it's source reaffirming, we love you, we want you to be happy, and yes, these things are true. What you're experiencing is true. It's like your soul is awakening up to the next level of enlightenment, if you will. That's exactly what's happening, actually. It's exactly what's happening. It gives me kind of gives me the shivers or the chills, because I can feel it and I can see it. And you pulled for your oracle card. I pulled the god Shiva, who's like highly revered in the Hindu faith, and he's the god known as I believe it's like, or the deity. Sorry, an English term is God. It's the god of like destruction and rebirth. So he is known for having gone off to practice yoga. And he started to hold a pose for so long, he became like a statue and frozen in this yoga pose. And people were so amazed by what he was able to achieve that people wanted to learn from him. I won't give you the whole story about him because that's related to another goddess, but he came down to then teach his students and share his wisdom. So he then came down and shared all his wisdom and knowledge with everyone. So Shiva is highly revered in the Hindu faith as one of the main gods. And he achieved something no one could do, which was like being frozen in a perfect statue. He actually created yoga and then came down and taught others how to do yoga. So it's kind of like this, like, no, this is impossible. Like, you might be creating something that you don't even think could actually ever potentially happen or be true or be real, or be experiencing something and you're thinking this isn't possible, or know something to come, like a Nostradamus type of energy. And that's like Shiva who had so much wisdom and developed yoga and practiced yoga and became known as the god of yoga. I mean, he's known as destruction and rebirth, but it's because he became a statue and then became the god again and came down to then distribute his wisdom and knowledge of yoga practice to everybody and teach them how to move in the special movements within yoga. So these two, it is real. You can do these things. You can do these incredible poses in yoga and achieve them that seem like humanly impossible. People do them. It's like you're going to experience something like that, and it's not your imagination. It is true. You're going to have this remarkable experience. And Shiva's here reinforcing you of, yes, this is true. You're going to have this remarkable experience. It's interesting. When I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing the sun and the moon. Like, you will be so enlightened by it that you can't run from your fear. You have to embrace your intuition and your emotion and be so moved and humbled by this beautiful experience you're going to have. Don't hide from it, is what I'm hearing. I almost hear Shiva saying, like, don't hide. Move with it. I'm hearing flow with it, move with it, breathe through it, is what I'm hearing. I like to put them here so I can see them because I sometimes feel their energy. I'm hearing this song. I don't know if it's who it's by. It's like one of those boy bands. It's like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or 98 Degrees. Excuse me. I'm sorry I film these sometimes really late at night or very early in the morning, and I apologize. It's so we've come to the end of the road. Oh gosh, I gotta look it up now. This is gonna really bug me because I feel like it's important. That's why I'm like, I gotta look it up because I don't just hear songs out of the blue for no reason. That I do know. I mean, it's one thing if you like listening to the radio and stuff, but this one means something. Oh, I hate when my computer does this. Oh, it's Boys to Men. Yeah, I'm like, I know it's a really old song. Like, really old. Yeah, like before I was like really little. 1991, yeah. So we've come to the end of the road. I don't know what I'm going to do. Still, I can't let go because I know I've come to the end of the road. It's unnatural. Oh my God, help me out a little bit. You can listen to the whole song. Sometimes I'm hearing so many messages at once. I've realized lately I'm blending words together. So I apologize. But that's what it is. So we've come to the end of the road by Boys to Men. Okay, so that's at least we know what it is. So that's what I'm hearing. And it's with the Ten of Swords. So we've come to the end of the road. And I don't know what this is in relation to. I feel like it's a connection with somebody. I feel like you're not in alignment with somebody anymore. And you're upset because you're seeing it clearly and you don't want to. But, you know, when you're not a vibrational match with somebody, you're not a vibrational match with somebody. That's where I think Shiva, that's why they say don't tell this whole story. So, Parvati, I think is how you say her name, is the goddess that was so in love with Shiva when he went up to the mountains to practice yoga and became stuck like in his yoga pose. Let's just say this is like his yoga pose, right? Only men did yoga. And he was up in the mountains in the cold. And she was so in love with him. And she wanted to marry him and be with him. She's one of the goddesses. Very beautiful. She decided she was going to go become a master of yoga. And her family was so upset and so distraught. And they're like, you can't do that. You can't. And I feel like this is relevant because I feel like you've come to the end of the road with somebody. Either a romantic connection. I really feel like it's romantic. That's why I'm telling the story. I really feel like it's a romantic connection and you don't want to see it. And I feel like you're being reassured it's okay because it's not in alignment with you. And when you're not in alignment with someone like this, you have to then dip your energy so low vibrationally that you have to give up where you are spiritually to be with somebody. Because if you're this high and someone's this low, they can only raise their energy for so long to be here with you. And then they have to go back to where they are. You have to then sacrifice yourself to be down here. And I don't think anybody who is a loving being would ask someone to sacrifice their own vibration, their own spiritual enlightenment, their own spiritual understanding to lower themselves. But someone who's this low wouldn't understand vibration and energy and things like that because they're not on the same level as you, right? But anybody who loves somebody would never ask somebody to sacrifice anything like that, like who they are at their core. That's an unhealthy connection. Word to the wise. So what she did was she went off to the mountains and stood in a yoga pose for years, knowing that's how he got out of being frozen from a statue in this yoga pose. He felt her energy. He felt her vibration because she became as high as him. And he was like, where is Parvati? Where is she? I must find her. So he came down mountain. She stood in the cold, in the rain, in the water, on a lake, on a rock, in the same pose for years, knowing she'd become high enough and she would stand there in love and he would feel her energy and her vibration calling to him. And he did. And he came to her and they got married. So I'm not saying go stand. I would like to clarify this because I'm a very literal person, but when I'm spiritual and I read cards and I feel energy and intuition, I'm not literal, but in all other aspects of my life, I'm so literal. You would not even understand having a real conversation with me. But I want to clarify, I'm not saying go stand on a rock somewhere in a lake, to go find your soulmate. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I feel like for some of you, you're at the end of the road with people romantically, and it's because you're no longer in alignment with them. So relationships are ending, commitments are ending, partnerships are ending. The crescent moon in ancient Egyptian times, and she does, this woman, Luna del Sol, she does a lot of her cards with some ancient Egyptian imagery on it. Also represents like the divine feminine, if you will, like nurturing, like the Empress kind of energy, receptive, nurturing, loving, pregnancy, that real Empress energy, that divine feminine energy, because that's what Parvati kind of embodied, and that's how she was able to pull Shiva down to her. And it feels like you're done. You're cutting it off. Like this gold path, you're cutting it off. You're done. You're like, it's not a match. I can't do it. And it's not. If it's not in your highest good, you should not do anything. Don't ever lower your energy for anybody. Because you've thought about this for a long time. In the Hangman. And right here, that's actually the symbol for the sun god Ra. So is the big gold circle. That also means the sun god Ra in ancient Egypt. But you were hanging out, like, do I or don't I stay with them? And you've been debating this, and it feels like something happened or is going to happen. I don't know if this has happened yet or not. I feel like it's going to. It hasn't happened yet. Like you're feeling this energy of, I think it's over, but I don't think you've called it quits yet. But you want to. I just don't think you have. Because you have the Hangman energy and the Four of Swords. So you are really thinking this over. And they're side by side. Yeah, you are really, really debating, do I or don't I? And the moment I feel like you can align yourself more because you're not fully in alignment, or your meditation hasn't been clear enough. It's gonna hit you, because I'm seeing this. See this right here? It's on this string. It's just gonna drop right into there, and it's gonna illuminate like a huge sun, like this huge aha moment of, what was I even debating? It's gonna be this. Somebody appearing right in front of you saying, this person's not in your highest good, or this is not a good match. Or you're going to feel somebody else pulling on your energy that you want to be with. It's going to be one or the other. You're going to feel a draw to someone else, or you're going to have a vision in one of your meditations or your sleep, or signs or synchronicities, something. One of these two things are going to happen. You're going to feel somebody else pulling on your energy, or both. You just are going to know this is spiritually not in alignment with me. This is not in my vibrational alignment. Or you're going to try to have a spiritual conversation is also what I'm getting. Because that's what I did with the Hangman, with the Four of Swords. Because this doesn't remind me of the Four of Swords. This actually looks like chaos to me. It looks like atoms spinning out of control. And I'm getting, you're going to try to have a conversation with this person. And the signs that are standing out to me are Sagittarius, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Pisces, and Cancer. It doesn't mean they're one of those signs. Those are the signs that are just like jumping out, because they have all the signs on here too, like it's the Wheel of Fortune. But those are the signs that are standing out. So you could be one of those signs, or this person you're trying to have a conversation with, it could be one of those signs. Now, this could be a romantic connection. It could be a friend. It could be family. It could be boss. You know, I feel like it's romantic, but it could be, it doesn't have to be. But it feels like everything's it's total chaos. It's just like, I feel like they're showing me atoms just like spitting out of control. So I feel like you try to have some kind of like interesting enlightenment, spiritual conversation with this person. And they're showing me two different movie clips. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Dazed and Confused, or the movie Dumb and Dumber. But it's kind of like, huh? What? They keep showing me Dazed and Confused, where it's like these high school kids, like all they do is like drink and get stoned, and like it's like takes place in like the 70s or something, or it's supposed to. And Matthew McConaughey's in it when he's like young. He's like the drug dealer who's like in college hanging out with like high school kids, but it's like kids who are like freshmen and sophomores, and they're just like trying to like get high or something. But they're just all like, yeah, dazed and confused, you know. That's what this person feels like. Like, they have no idea what you're talking about. You might as well be talking about astrophysics to this person, because they have no concept. And all you're trying to talk about is something that's like past lives, or past life regressions, or would you be interested in that? Or I think we might have had a past life together in this other lifetime. And what would you have think if, this is what I think we might have lived together before in Turkey, and I think this is what we did. And you're talking on, you're having a conversation, right? It's like way over this person's head. They have no idea. They're like, what do you mean past lives? What do past lives even mean? How does that work? I thought we just came here and lived and died. What are you talking about, past lives? You mean we can have more than one life? Like, they're just like have no concept what you're talking about. I'm giving like like trying to give an example where I have some close friends where we can talk about past lives because we're on the same vibrational plane. We even talk about past lives we think we've had together, or past lives we think we've had that maybe we didn't even have together. But when you're at that same frequency, you can talk like that. When you're not, the other person is like, huh? What? What? Why are you talking about some deity or God from wherever? I don't even understand the story you're trying to explain. What do you mean your vibration or your energy's pulling on me to become your match? Like, that would just be over their head. So all those kinds of things would just like confuse them. So that will solidify that this is not your person or your vibrational match, or somebody that I feel like you would think, okay, we've been best friends for 15 years. I don't think we can be really good friends anymore, but I can still keep them in my circle. I just can't keep them as a close friend. I can talk to them on occasion, kind of thing. Or this is a family member. I can see them at the holidays, but I know I can't have them around my energy all the time because what am I going to talk to them about? But I'll be there for them if they need me, kind of thing. It's going to be one of those kinds of things. You're no longer going to allow things in your life that no longer serve you. You're only going to allow things that resonate with you. You want to follow your spiritual alignment, what speaks to you. I feel like some of you really want to teach yoga, teach Pilates, like teach about past lives and like how to do past lives regressions, teach about love, teach about how to manifest. Because you can see also how these cups are not full. It's like you see where there's gaps and you want to help fill those gaps in other people. So I see a lot of you wanting to be these like spiritual teachers or educators or guides, if you will, for others here in the world. Leaving people behind who don't serve you in terms of like a romantic connection. But I also see you wanting to fill everything up to be a full cup for humanity. So spiritually, you want to be like Shiva and share your wisdom. If you're really good at yoga, you say, I want to teach others how to do this. If you really know how to meditate, I want to teach others how to meditate well. If you know how to manifest and you've manifested remarkable things that people would only dream of being able to do, you want to teach that to other people and help others. If you really have this incredible gift as a human being, it's like you want to share this with other people and teach others to do it if you know it's something that you can teach others. You can't teach others to be a medium, but if people are mediums and they don't know how to navigate that, and you are one, you want to help them. If you're somebody who is incredible at just knowing naturally how to read tarot, you want to teach others how to read tarot. If you have a lot of different psychic abilities and gifts, you want to help others foster their gifts and enhance their gifts and master what their gifts are. So I see a lot of you wanting to be teachers within the spiritual realm in different ways. Some of you want to teach people really how to meditate because people struggle with that. Some of you are going to write guided meditations. Some of you are going to write music for it. So I see you completely shifting what you're doing and wanting to do things like this. And so if you're with the wrong person vibrationally right now, they wouldn't understand if you, let's say right now, are a corporate lawyer and a corporate attorney, and you're like, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to go write guided meditations and teach yoga. they wouldn't understand that unless they were on the same spiritual plane as you, the same vibration as you. They would encourage that and say, that's beautiful. Go do what you need to do for humanity. Follow your life path. Follow what's speaking to you. Follow what your calling is spiritually, because that's where your happiness is. If you're not happy being a corporate attorney, there's nothing wrong with doing that if you're happy, by any means. We all need them. But if that's where you're not fulfilled, don't do it. Or the other person, if they're too low vibrational and they're on a whole different plane spiritually, they wouldn't understand that concept at all, because they're thinking, how are we going to pay for the house? Or how are we going to keep these cars? How are we going to be able to travel to these places? Not understanding you can still have it all. None of that has to go away. It's more about being fulfilled and giving to the world. And you can still have it all. So they wouldn't understand that. So I think that's also how you're going to be weeding things out. You're on a different level spiritually, because you've already gone through phase 1, which was part 1 with, I've mastered my manifestations. I understand this. So you've upgraded now. You've elevated now with your vibration. Now you're cleaning house of who do you need around you energetically, is what it feels like. Because you have the 7 of Wands. And this usually means like, it can mean like external, internal fighting, but that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting, just like, this is all the divine and it's all gold. And it's almost like, as if these had like 2 little forks in them. And it's like, you're staking it, like you're planting it in the grass. It's like, you're so excited, you are claiming it. It's like achievement, success. This is it. This is my path. I'm going with this. So I'm going to be teaching yoga, or I'm going to become, the one who starts writing in terms of new guided meditations on this other endeavor where I feel people really need help. Or I'm going to start reading a book on manifestation and how to help people. Or I'm going to create a YouTube channel focused on that. Whatever it is, you're really excited about it. And it's like, how do I, it's as if you have a giant sphere and you are just jamming it into the earth, and there's this huge flag waving behind it, and it's just a golden flag from the divine saying they finally got it and we're so proud. They took it. They're following their path. It's like you're claiming it. That's what you're doing. You're claiming it right here. That's what I see. I don't know how else to articulate it. That's exactly what I see. You see the vision, you feel the vision, you understand it, and you're like, this is mine. I'm doing it, and nothing is going to stop you. What is it? It's like I'm hearing another song now. It's like from the 80s. Why do they keep giving me songs? Nothing is going to stop us now. It's by Starship, 1987. That's a really good song. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's going to stop us now. And that's it. That's exactly what I was hearing. I feel like you're going to be building this with somebody. Like the real vibrational match. Because this is a song about love, about about like they don't care what the world thinks if they think they're crazy. They're just gonna, the whole world can fall apart. They're gonna do it together and build this thing. And I think you're gonna be building this with your real match. I think I did a reading about this recently. I think it was Aquarius' reading I just posted, or Sagittarius maybe? I don't remember. Or Capricorn? Cancer? I don't know. One of the readings I just recently did for a zodiac sign, or it could have been India's reading, the one I did for the whole country. But one of my really recent readings for a zodiac sign or for India, I posted that you're going to be doing this with an actual partner. I think it was Aquarius. I just posted yesterday. And I actually channeled. So you can just jump to like the love guidance when I actually literally channeled somebody, like an ascended master for it. I'm going to pause this because the camera's going to run out, and then I'm going to give you the last little bit of guidance for you, because you are definitely enlightened and ascending up on your vibration, which is really exciting to see. Okay, sorry, I only have so much time on the camera, and then I have to restart it. So there's 3 cards left, and I'm trying to understand which one Spirit wants me to use first. So they want this one. Okay, the 6 of Wands. So this is usually depicted with a man on a horse. He usually has like a wreath on his head. He's like galloping in, like highly successful. So you're going to be really successful with this endeavor. Yeah, here's that person. I see their soul right here. This is you, circle. This is you. And this new person you're going to be with is circling you right here. That's their soul. So they're orbiting you. Their energy is around you. If you're not with them already, their energy is with you. Or if you are with them, and this is the right person you're already with, they're like energetically getting ready to work with you on this. It's like they're preparing themselves. I also see the star. I wonder where the star card is. Oh, look at that at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers. They went through a major transformation themselves. It's Gemini's major arcana. Okay. Where is... I like this deck. I love it. I just don't use it as much, so I'm a little bit slower to find the star card here than I am in 2 of the other decks, so I apologize. I don't want to miss it. Because I really see you working with somebody else. Okay, here's the star card. Oh, yeah. I swear, this stuff you just cannot make up. So you have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. And you both only have eyes for each other. If you guys aren't together yet, I feel like one of you has an eye on the other. So one of you is already like, it's like, oh yeah, I got my eye on them. So you might know who I'm talking about, or this person's got their eye on you. So this is paired with the Strength card, which is really interesting because it says, look to the stars and you will find your magic. And I'm looking for the star card. And this is Leo's major arcana, which I also see as the 3 of Wands, which means you're already gonna see the future. I feel like you're gonna have like a third eye moment, like see something in your third eye, or literally see something that's gonna come to fruition, or you're gonna dream it, or you're gonna have a meditation moment over it. You're really gonna have a true clairvoyant moment over what's gonna happen in the future. Then it's with the Star card, which is Aquarius Major Arcana. And of course, we know Leo rules the heart. And we know the Lovers are here. So I feel like you really are going to be doing this with somebody else, definitely, who is a true vibrational match. And again, it's that crescent moon. So it's going to be that really receptive energy, that real Empress kind of energy, that really nurturing, motherly, loving energy. So they're gonna understand you, and they're gonna be so supportive of what you want to do. Because you're gonna be really successful with this endeavor you're going on. And then here's the best part. You have the Fool. It's a whole new beginning. In love and in this spiritual teaching that you're going to be doing. I have no idea what you're going to be doing. Because for all of you, it's something different. Some of you, it's going to be life-altering, like world-renowned type of work. It's going to change people at all levels, but some of you are going to become like world-renowned, famous. Others of you, you're going to change people in your community. You'll change people in their daily lives with words you say. So for whatever you do, you're going to be changing lives. But there's a small group of you are going to literally change the world, if you will. But you have the Fool with the Sun in the middle, with your partner who's the crescent moon, the receptive, loving energy. So you have God watching over you, and you're with your partner who's building this with you. And you're very open to this. You're very excited about it because your palm is very exposed. And that's not something people really did historically. That makes you very what's the word? Vulnerable. So this is definitely somebody you're going to be working with, and I think probably marry or be your life partner, if you will. And both of you will be very successful with this because they're energetically right there. And I'm really literally pointing right to it when I picked up the card. They're energetically right there with you. You guys might even meet in like the 5D now. You might even dream of each other or know of each other somehow. Or have met before in this lifetime, like briefly. But there's some kind of deep soul connection with this person. I don't know why I'm saying that, but there is. There's some kind of deep soul connection with this person. Oh, I can't put that card back. So I'm being told this is really, really, really important. The Wheel of Fortune. For a few reasons. So Spirit, I need them one at a time. I can't have you say them all at once. One, this is part of your life purpose. And it's fated for you and destined. This teaching thing, this new vibration you're getting into. Two, it's very important because some of you are going to learn how do I say this? I'm covered in the chills. You're going to learn how to master the wheel of fate. You can see how those hands are holding it. You're going to understand that you have control of the wheel of fate. We always say the wheel of fate's always spinning and the divine stops it. Some of you are going to have so much power, so much enlightenment on your spiritual journey as you continue to raise your vibration, because this is future, this is not now. You will have the alchemy within you to stop the wheel when you need to and start it when you want to. You will be gifted that, and you will understand it. And that's what you will be able to teach others who have that kind of vibration and that kind of alchemy and energy within them. So some of you will literally be able to work with the divine to spin the wheel of fate, or wheel of fortune, if you will. That's why I said some of you are extremely powerful and will be literally like Nostradamus. You will be able to spin the wheel of fate to see so far into the future, to see and understand things. It's going to kind of scare you, like Rumi had said, but it's true. It's like you'll be the statue holding the wheel of fate while you're looking into the future to understand it, and then you'll move again when the wheel of fate needs to move, so you can come down the mountain and share the wisdom with everyone. I hope that makes sense to all of you. Not all of you will be able to do that. All of you are fated and destined for this spiritual alignment you're getting into, this next vibrational alignment you're getting into, this teaching or the spiritual path that you're taking. And all of you are destined for this person you're going to be working and collaborating with. Now, this love and this vibration and this partner you're working with doesn't necessarily have to be somebody you're actually in love with. For some of you, it could be somebody you are so drawn to because it's a perfect fit in terms of collaboration. It's like a dear friend, it's a sibling, it can be something like that. So it doesn't always have to be love. I feel like for the majority of you, it's love. But it doesn't have to be love for all of you. So don't take everything always literal. Apply it as you need to for your own life situation. But some of you will literally have that ability to, you're really going to have that energetic. I'm covered in the chills. It's almost too powerful to feel. It's so remarkable to see and feel, because they're showing it to me, and it is quite unbelievable what you're going to be able to do. And you end with the 10 of Pentacles. And you can see you're in a completely different vibration. Look at the snake. You've completely transformed. Just like Shiva completely transformed. Just like Rumi's saying, you need to be open to it and transform and let Source work with you and help you. And it's wrapped all around the gold, which represents the sun god Ra in ancient Egypt. And then over here, it makes me think of that soulmate that you're calling in, that you're going to be working with. For some of you, for others of you, it makes me think of one of the cups that you're going to go fill. Because you're like, they need help over there. I'm off to do my job. Ten of Pentacles is total financial stability, abundance, security. It also means stability and financial security and happiness and love within a family too. And you just have that financial stability as well. So you could already be with that person vibrationally who's the right match for you, that I was saying vibrationally you'll be in alignment with. Like I gave that example of the corporate attorney who might be too low vibrational, who wouldn't understand this like spiritual thing that you want to go do and teach. And they'd say, but how are we going to pay for all these things? If you want to leave being the corporate attorney, then this person who's too low vibrational wouldn't understand how you could afford it all. And I said, you wouldn't have to worry. The money will always be there. The money's more than there. Can't get more money than the Ten of Pentacles. So whatever you're going to do, the money will flow. So you don't have to worry. The money will flow. If you're on the right path, don't force a path that's not your path. That will never work. That will work against you. So don't create a path that's not meant for you, because it doesn't work that way. It will stop you. source will stop you when it's not your right path. When it's your right path, it flows and it works for you, and doors open for you, and money flows to you, and your gifts become stronger, and people want to help you, and you want to help others, and everything works the way it's supposed to. If you're trying to force something that's not right for you, everything will close. You'll see every door, opportunity shut. Nothing is going to open. Even if you try to pry it open with a iron rod, it won't work. If you try to find a quarter, you couldn't find a quarter. So the point is, like, when you are in flow with following your right path, it's going to just work right for you. And it's alchemy, it's magic. That's what I'm saying. All of you are not going to be able to do what I explained over here by literally stopping the wheel of fate. That's a handful of you I saw being able to do that. But that's okay, because all of you are not supposed to do that. All of you are supposed to do other things that are just as remarkable in different ways. So I share what I hear and feel and see, and we're all given beautiful gifts for different reasons, and we're all here to help people in different ways. If everyone could do that, then the world would be rather boring, wouldn't it? So I hope this helps some of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for subscribing. That helps me more than you'll ever know with growing the channel. And thank you to anyone who buys me a coffee or emails me for a personal private reading. As you know, I have no set prices. You pay what you can afford. And thank you so much for just being a part of the channel. And email me if you don't want to post a comment and you have a personal private question. I answer everybody. I will talk to you soon. Bye.